Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. We have some explosive rumors swirling around that could reshape the NFC East landscape this season. And as Eagles fans, we need to pay close attention because these developments could be game changers. Rumors coming from reputable sources like Diana Rossini suggest that the Chicago Bears, who are in the middle of a rebuilding phase, are planning a major move that could significantly impact the division. The Bears, despite their modest 1-2 record so far this season, with a cap space of around $2 million, are looking to shake things up by trading one of their key offensive linemen, Joe Thuney, to our Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, Thuney. Isn't he a guard? Yes, he is, but he's also one of the best in the league right now, especially in pass protection. The Bears, it seems, are focused on acquiring assets that can help them rebuild faster, and Thuney fits that bill perfectly. They are reportedly offering a fourth-round pick in 2026 along with a reserve cornerback, Isaiah Rodgers, in exchange for Thuney. This kind of package might not seem massive, but considering Thuney's talent and the current needs for the Eagles, this could be a steal. The reason behind this potential trade is quite straightforward. The Bears are in a transition phase, trying to develop their rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, who, despite some struggles, shows promise but still needs time to adjust to the NFL. Caleb's current completion percentage is around 58%, with 4 interceptions so far in 2025, which indicates he's still learning. Meanwhile, the Bears are also trying to build their roster with an eye on the future, gathering draft assets and young players. They're prioritizing youth and growth, especially on the defensive line, where they're leaking yards at a rate of 28 yards per run, and their defense is giving up about 25 points per game. They need to bolster their protection on the offensive line to give Williams more time and space to develop. And Thuney, with his elite pass blocking, could be exactly what they need. Now, let's talk about the player at the center of this potential move, Joe Thuney. If you've been paying attention all season, you know Thuney is having an outstanding year. He was named an All-Pro in 2023, and his performance in 2024 has been nothing short of elite. His pass-blocking grade from PFF in 2024 is an incredible 94, which makes him one of the top guards in the league. His career numbers are just as impressive, over 105 games played, with a career PFF grade averaging around 83. His pass protection this year has been exceptional, allowing only 2 sacks and 12 pressures up to this point in the season, which is quite remarkable considering the tough defenses he's faced. And while he's not as dominant in the run game, running block grades around 53. He excels in zone schemes, which is a crucial aspect of modern NFL offensive lines. Thuney's durability has been pretty solid, despite a pectoral strain in 2024 that caused him to miss 2 games after surgery. But overall, he's been a durable player, with about 95% of snaps played this season without issue. His ability to perform in the playoffs is well known. He's consistently graded above 85 by PFF in postseason runs, and that experience is invaluable as the Eagles look to make another deep playoff push. His versatility, elite pass protection, and leadership make him a cornerstone piece on any offensive line. And for the Eagles, adding Thuney would be a massive upgrade to protect Jalen Hurts. Let's be honest, the Eagles' offensive line has been a strength, but like every unit, it's not perfect. Landon Dickerson's injury, an ankle that will sideline him for around 4 weeks, has exposed some weaknesses, especially in pass protection, where the team has been allowing around 3.8 sacks per game. That's a number that must be addressed if the Eagles want to maximize their offensive potential and keep Hurts upright during crucial moments. Bringing in a guy like Thuney, who is a proven veteran with elite pass-blocking skills, allowing only about 1.2 yards per pass attempt on yards allowed, could be the boost needed to solidify that line, especially in high-pressure situations. Now, considering the current state of the Eagles, this potential trade could be a real game-changer. If the Eagles manage to acquire Thuney, it would significantly boost their pass protection efficiency by an estimated 20%, which is huge. It would help Hurts hit his receivers more comfortably, reduce sacks, and elevate the overall offensive productivity. Last season, we saw how Lane Johnson's presence and performance boosted the Eagles' offense, adding about 15 yards per play. Thuney could do something similar in the interior, strengthening the line from the inside out. With Thuney anchoring that guard position, the Eagles could see their sack numbers drop to around 2 per game, and that would give them more time for their receivers to get open, more time for Hurts to make decisions, and ultimately, a more explosive offense. And let's not forget the impact on the run game. With Thuney's ability to excel in zone schemes and his overall run-blocking grades, the Eagles' rushing attack could see a significant uptick. We're talking about a team currently averaging around 140 yards per game on the ground, which is already solid, but with Thuney's presence, that number could rise even further, especially with Saquon Barkley, who's been a reliable weapon in the backfield. Thuney's ability to create holes and sustain blocks in the trenches would help the Eagles control the clock and wear down opposing defenses, which is crucial as we head into the postseason. Now, what about the broader implications? If this trade happens, the Eagles wouldn't just be improving their offense, they'd be making a bold statement to the rest of the NFC. The odds for our team to win the Super Bowl would likely improve significantly. Currently, the Eagles are sitting at plus 900 odds, but with a boost in the offensive line stability, those odds could shorten to around plus 650. That's a big jump, and it reflects how much a single move like this can influence perceptions and betting markets. The Eagles are already a serious contender with a 2-1 record, and adding a player of Thuney's caliber could push us to around 13 wins for the season, upgrading us from an outside shot to a true NFC powerhouse. It's clear that the Eagles see this season as a real opportunity to contend, and they're willing to make bold moves to maximize that chance. Looking at the NFC East, this move could be a real game-changer. The Cowboys, for example, have been the team to beat so far, with their own impressive defense and a solid offense. But if the Eagles tighten up their protection, especially with Thuney anchoring the interior, we could see a shift in division dominance. The stability in the offensive line would help Jalen Hurts perform at his best, whether it's making clutch throws or extending plays with his mobility. The added protection would also allow the Eagles' offense to sustain drives longer, keep the chains moving, and put pressure on defenses to keep up. And this isn't just about this season. The long-term impact is just as compelling. Thuney, being only in his late 20s, still has several prime years ahead of him. His addition signals to the league that the Eagles are serious about maintaining their status as a top-tier team for years to come. It's about building a foundation, a true Super Bowl contending roster, and making sure that the offensive line remains a strength rather than a vulnerability. Of course, there are skeptics. Some might question whether the Eagles should spend a draft pick on a veteran guard, especially with the team's draft capital already invested in other areas. But the reality is, this kind of move could be what pushes the Eagles over the top. Protecting Hurts, boosting the run game, and gaining a veteran presence who's been through the playoff battles. These are invaluable assets in a postseason push. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay off big time. In the end, what we're seeing here is a potential pivot point for the Eagles. A move that could define the rest of the season and maybe even set us up for a deep playoff run. The Eagles' front office has shown time and again that they're willing to make strategic moves to improve the team, and this trade rumor, if it materializes, could be one of the most impactful of the season. It's all about bolstering the core, protecting our franchise quarterback, and making sure we're as prepared as possible when the stakes are highest. This season, the NFC East is shaping up to be more competitive than ever, and with Thuney potentially donning Eagles green, we might just be gearing up for something special. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think Thuney is the missing piece to elevate our offensive line and push us closer to another Super Bowl? Or are you skeptical about investing draft capital in a veteran for a team that's already competitive? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Eagles. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned and keep that passion alive. Let's go, Birds!